If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, or even if you have a passing knowledge of 80s and 90s nostalgia, you may remember The Toxic Avenger. The Toxic Avenger was a B movie, or even a C or D movie, that basically went by unnoticed and became a cult classic. Very low budget, very grimy, very crude humor, a very gross kind of film, which is why it's so great. Now, not only did The Toxic Avenger inspire multiple sequels, it also brought about a cartoon show called The Toxic Crusaders, which for some reason was made for kids, even though the movies definitely were not. The Toxic Crusaders cartoon brought about video games, comic books, and even a toy line. But then came the downfall. The Toxic Avenger franchise, as popular as it was, would eventually fall into obscurity and become basically nothing more than cult classics, even to the extent that the very popular cartoon and merchandise essentially fell to the wayside and are forgotten. That is until recently. A remake of The Toxic Avenger recently was released, and in looking into information about this film, I discovered something even better. Something that makes all of the previous works pale in comparison, as great and as awful as they are. That is The Toxic Avenger Broadway musical. Now, I'm not someone who's into musicals or Broadway or anything like that. I'm a manly man, and don't you dare forget it. No. Rocky Horror Picture Show was about as far as I went. The Toxic Avenger musical is full of straight bangers. The music is great, and by great I mean purposefully bad at points, purposefully silly lyrics, just very fun to listen to. If you're looking to have fun, just unadulterated, pure fun, then this is something you want to watch. Check out the original guy who's pushed to the edge by a group of bullies and gets doused with something and becomes a revenge killer. Say you didn't think it would tie back to creepypasta, did you? What's more, the meta humor is amazing. Like, there is no fourth wall. They directly interact with the audience. They directly interact with the band. There absolutely is no pretense that this is a quote-unquote real stage play. It's acted out very much like they purposefully know that this is a bunch of schlock, and they're going to enjoy every minute of it, and so will you. One of the most interesting parts about this play, however, is the meta-level humor. Because the actors in this play are not just playing characters. They're playing characters who are playing characters. To simplify this, think of Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude!
The two characters that you see on screen right now play almost every character in the fucking musical. Like, other than the main characters, these guys are playing everyone. And to that extent, they're not just playing those characters. The guy on the left, right now on your screen, is playing an overactor. Every role he's in the stage play, he overacts to the fucking ceiling. You know, he just overdoes everything, and it's purposely so, and it's comedically so. The guy you see on the right is sort of like more of a classically trained actor. You know, he's a dancer. Every so often he breaks into a British accent out of nowhere. Another thing that's kind of funny is that when I was looking up information for this video, I found out for the first time that these two characters are literally named White Dude and Black Dude. Like, that's their names in the play. That's the names of those characters. I just thought that was interesting. To me, this was actually pretty amazing because not only did they write a fucking musical stage play, but they wrote one that is, you know, actually funny, has actual good music, and they wrote it to the point where they put in the extra work of writing characters who are playing characters. And this is not even mentioned in the fucking play. Like, you have to watch this maybe 2 times, 3 times, to pick up on the fact that, you know, one of these characters is playing an overactor. One of these guys is playing a more traditional, classically trained actor. The main character, the guy who plays the Toxic Avenger, you know, he's always playing to the audience. And it sort of is like, almost like somebody in a school play, where every time he's talking out to the audience, and he's facing the audience. He'll answer a question that another character asked, and he'll turn toward the audience to answer it. It's just interesting because the main character of this play is playing an actor who delivers all of his lines to the audience and is acting like he's in a school play, like he's kind of an amateur. And it's funny because he very much is not an amateur. So this is probably all very confusing to you. That's all right. But just watch it for the fun of it. Just watch it for the ridiculous costuming. Watch it for the incredibly bad props. Watch it for the single set that they keep editing and editing and editing to turn into different sets. Watch it for the, times that things apparently go wrong in the play, but then it turns out that, that actually was written to be that way. Just watch it. Just fucking watch it. Or I will personally pop out of the shadows and throw you into a vat of toxic ooze. So yeah, as I said, you will like this play, or else. Now, this is only available on Broadway HD, so, good luck. But, if you could find, like, a recording of it on eBay or, some other such service, I would definitely suggest checking this out. Because over the years, the Toxic Avenger franchise has been reinvented almost as much as, like, the Ninja Turtles. Like, in an alternate timeline, somewhere in the metaverse, we'd all be watching Seth Rogen rebooting the Toxic Avenger, films, instead of Ninja Turtles. And I think that's worth taking a look at, because as a cult classic, this franchise and the reboot and the play and the cartoon and all these things, they're not going to get as much attention as, like, mainstream counterparts. So really, I just want to spread awareness. Check out the Toxic Avenger musical. If you like it, maybe you're ready to watch the movies, but I will warn you, they are fucking bad. They are really bad. And that's the point of the entire fucking thing. But yeah, definitely check out the musical, see what you think, and if nothing else, you'll come away with some songs that you'll be humming, probably, for the next few weeks.
So there you have it. There will be one brief intermission. This show is 18 hours long.